This is the Valley Today.
We are bracing for a big one. Freezing rain, heavy snow, wind on the way for most of the valley this week. We have a live look right now this morning at Main Avenue near I-29 in Fargo. Our Valley Today photographer says roads there are getting super slick and slipperier.
We're hearing reports of icy conditions out near West Fargo Fairgrounds and in North Fargo, as well as out in Castleton, and it sounds like we can only expect more of it this morning. We also heard from about 22 school districts at this time up and down the valley that are either canceling altogether today or just going virtual because of the weather. And
flights in the valley are impacted as well. Now 3 flights this morning out of Fargo and 1 arrival already canceled, and 1 flight out of Grand Forks not taken off either. That's because of Mother Nature. She's messing with a lot of travel plans today, and Lisa Green is tracking it all. Morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yes, here is the latest. That low, that Colorado low, making its way out into the plains and closer to us here in the valley. Lots of moisture moving in ahead of this low, and it's pushing into the valley. But not just there. This is a big storm. It's affecting a significant portion of the country. So let's move in to the southern end of the valley here. We've got the heaviest snowfall rates, or a mix happening. It's still making that transition from that ice and freezing rain we saw last night and this morning. We're making that transition, so there are some pockets here where we may still see some of that. But in general, we're watching this turn more to snow here this morning. And the heaviest part of it over in western parts of Sargent County, eastern parts of Dickey County, and then this is pushing northward into Ransom County. There's also a little band here south of I-94 in Cass County that's moving to the northeast. So places like Castleton, back over to Tower City. We're about to get hit by a heavier band of snow, and this is stretching back over to north of Valley City and Jamestown now as well, and even all the way up to Devil's Lake. So eastern North Dakota is kind of the area of focus, and then all the way down toward Wheaton in our very southern viewing area into Minnesota too. So this is what we're working with right now. 1.5 mile visibility in places like Cooperstown, back over to Valley City, visibility down to 1.25 miles in places like Gwinner and in Jamestown. Gwinner, again, one of those places where the snow is heaviest. And then over to the east, you can see visibility reports coming in at 10 miles. And so you can see there's a sharp cutoff where that mist or freezing rain, plus, of course, that snow as we're making that transition, is reducing our visibility to some drier air that we're still not experiencing yet, the precipitation into western parts of Minnesota. The closer you get to the Red River, though, the more likely you are to experience this morning, and eventually this will change for you, too. We'll all get in on this snow as it makes its way northward here today. So here's that view again down at the Dakota Magic Casino. We've got snow transitioning over, and it's getting blasted in by some wind at the moment. It's coming in out of the east or southeast at this time. Winds have been relatively not too bad. We're talking about winds gusting into the 20s, but eventually those will pick up more and more as the day goes on, along with that snow. Snow being reported in Devil's Lake and Jamestown. We're at 28 degrees in Devil's Lake. Jamestown's at 30. Fargo, 32 degrees right now, so right at freezing. Keeping temperatures mild through the day today. We'll stay in those low 30s essentially and upper 20s, just kind of holding. But you can see snow chances all day long, and in fact, they get more and more intense as the day goes on as well. Now that wind, it will continue to be turning more easterly, and we'll see steady speeds in the teens, but again, gusts getting more into some 30s heading into later on this afternoon and tonight, and perhaps even stronger into the east as well. So here are our latest winter weather alerts. We've got that winter storm warning in effect, and more counties have been added to this morning. So this stretches all the way up to the Canadian border now in northeastern North Dakota. So all of our counties in North Dakota here in the valley are included in that winter storm warning. A few more into Minnesota have been added. Under an advisory up to the northeast, this is where I'm still expecting snow, but it's going to take longer to get to you, and so your amounts aren't going to be as heavy as what we'll likely experience in eastern North Dakota and into the south. So when I come back, we're going to talk about that snowfall, just how much we may end up seeing with this system, and just how long this long duration event is going to be lasting too coming up. But again, conditions already getting tough out there for a lot of us.
Yeah, it's been a busy morning already, and we know it's only going to progress from here on out. Thank you for that update, Lisa. We want to get a real-time look at our travel conditions this morning as well. So good morning to you, Jordan.
Yeah, with what Lisa was saying, you can expect the travel out there going to be pretty difficult this morning, and we're definitely seeing that on our DOT map here this morning for the state of North Dakota. There is no travel advised for one of our counties in our region, outlining that in red here this morning. Now that is Sargent County, southeastern North Dakota. They're saying that no travel is advised there, and just to the west of it, as well as we are talking about Dickey and Lemoore counties this morning. They're saying that there is some freezing rain that is happening there, so you got to watch out for that. The rest of the state, though, is mostly in a travel alert. Now, that includes Cass County, so Fargo, West Fargo, and then Barnes and Stutzman counties as well. So Valley City, Jamestown, and Ramsey County. So Devil's Lake also in a travel alert. That means conditions can change quickly, so you need to be careful if you are hitting the road this morning. The interstates this morning, they are fully ice covered from border to border. No matter where you go, they're talking about some ice. In the Devil's Lake Basin, though, we're actually talking about snow-covered roads. That has progressed since we came on air at about 4:30 this morning. At first, it was just kind of spotty snow covers and even wet. Now they're talking fully snow-covered around that Devil's Lake Basin area, Highway 2, so you need to make sure you're careful with that. Grand Forks County this morning, so far, they're not in any kind of travel alert or warning. However, I anticipate as the day goes on, as Lisa was saying with our forecast, that's probably going to get added as we head through the day. Taking a look at Minnesota, just east of Grand Forks on the Minnesota side, though, they're saying that we have some fully covered snow roads there. And then south of Moorhead, Highway 75, partial to fully coverage of snow there. And Highway 10 from about Hawley going to Wadena this morning. We're talking about some partially covered snowy roads there. That extends to the southwest in that area near Fergus Falls. However, if you have any plans, you want to head to St. Cloud or the Twin Cities this morning, green once you get past Alexandria. That means seasonal, but no matter where you're going, you need to be careful. Ashlyn?
Yeah, roadways surely are progressing to get pretty dicey for a lot of drivers, so thank you for that real-time look, Jordan. Jamestown, right in the middle of this winter storm mess, and we're on the ground with real-time looks there as well to really get a feel for what those conditions are like. Nashay Taylor continues our live team coverage from Stutzman County. Good morning, Nashay. I hope you're staying warm out there this morning.
Well, Ashlyn, one thing for sure you can count on for me is that I'm going to stay warm, okay? Good morning to you both. Right now, the wind is picking up. I don't know if you can see it flying across the camera there. With that said, that means more snow is going onto the roads. I'll step out the way so you can kind of see what's going on out here. We're also seeing some reduced visibility. Davis, if you can kind of zoom into the area there and kind of see. And luckily for us, as we speak, a snow plow is coming through. This is the second time, maybe third actually, that they've come through the area to kind of clean up these roads, because actually within the last half hour when the last plow came through, he picked up all the snow, but right after that, because of all the wind and the snow still coming down, those roads, packed up again with more snow. Well, we'll be sticking around here for a little while longer, and we'll have much more on those weather conditions for you later on in the show. Back to you, Ashlyn. I'm Nashay in Jamestown for Valley News Live.
All right, the plow's already out and about. I do want to say congratulations. She's learned the art of layering.
Oh, yeah, we all need that today, that's for sure. Nashay, thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Well, still to come right here on the Valley today, a West Fargo elementary principal now out after asking the school board to cancel his contract.
But next, in just 2 minutes, we're going to be checking back in with meteorologist Lisa Green, leading our team coverage on this first Alert Weather Day.